Everyone, this is Braden here back from Voiceflow for another Voiceflow tutorial video. And today we're going to be going over the jump block. Now, a very good way to think about jump blocks is shortcuts or teleporters that you can add throughout your Alexa skill, which allows your user to navigate very easily. So what do I mean by that? Well, imagine a jump block is the ability to have a user say a magic phrase or keyword that will jump them to a particular point in your skill, which you have already laid out. So as an example, if you wanted the user to be able to go back to the main menu at any time or to check their score or reset a session, that is a good use case for a jump block, as you can jump to that point in the skill where you do that. Now, this is different from the command flow, where the command block will bring them back to where the user was in that session. In the case of the jump block will bring the user to that new part in the skill and go from there. So the command block does a different action and then comes back to where the user was. A jump block goes to the new part of the skill that you've specified. And so I have a very basic skill here. It essentially just asks two questions. What's the color of the sky and do you like pizza? And what we're going to do is set up a jump block, which will take us back to the beginning of the skill. So let's do that. So in my advanced section here, I'm going to drag out a jump block. There it is. And you can see here it's very similar to the intent block. However, the main big difference is there are no choices, unlike the intent block. Here, you essentially just choose the intent, which is going to activate this jump block. Now, another thing that you're going to notice is that there's only one port on the jump block, an outbound port. And the reason for that is the jump block is always listening for its activation key. Unlike other blocks where it has to have an inbound for the block to be activated, the jump block is always listening for the magic phrase that the user is going to say following the wake word. So only if the user says Alexa home will it activate the jump block if we have the home intent set. So we're actually going to go ahead and create our intent now. So in this skill, we want to have a jump block where if the user says home or main menu, it will bring them back to the start. So let's do that. So I'm going to create an intent here called home. I'll add a few different utterances here. So home, go home, main menu, start again, and let's say back to the home. Okay. We have our intent here, the home intent, and now we want to set the jump intent as the home intent. So you can see there, we essentially linked it up and said that anytime the home intent is activated, it's going to activate this jump intent, this jump block. And so now we want to lead the outbound port here to where we want the skill to jump to if the user says the magic phrase. So in this case, we're going to set it back to the beginning of the skill. Okay, great. We are all ready to go. So let's upload this to Alexa. Now, one thing to note with the jump block is because the jump block is creating an intent, it will increase your intent limit. So you can only have up to 250 intents as the time of recording. So definitely be aware you cannot have 250 jump blocks. Okay, good. We're ready to go. So let's go echo, open Braden test.
What is the color of the sky?
Blue.
You chose
Echo,
blue.
main menu.
What is the color of the sky?
Echo quit. So you can see right there, we actually went back to the beginning of the skill. So that's a very good use for a jump block. All right, everyone, I hope that was useful. Jump blocks are incredibly powerful as they allow you to create all these amazing navigational routes throughout your skill, from anything from main menu to resetting scores to anything you can imagine. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.